All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's a new week. Casper here, aka Uselink, and as always on Mondays, or at least very, very often, we are looking into shipping, a sector that I like to look through every week. I just briefly look through the charts, and it could be better. Maybe it's because it is Halloween tomorrow. I don't know, but some of the charts looks very scary for shipping. Again, let's dive into business here. As always, do your own due diligence and yeah, give me that thumbs up, comment, whatever. I'll take it all, guys. And yeah, let's get straight into business. See where we are in time for the shipping sector. BDI, the Baltic Dry Index. Last week was a nasty one. You can see here we had our predefined horizontal level here in at roughly 2050. And now we're actually going, this was a stage 2 breakout, and now we're coming to confirm it, meaning we are probably going down close to the neckline here, the blue, and the 30 weekly. That is considered, the breakout retest of the 30 weekly moving average, and that's when the big stand will be. Do we go higher there, or will this be a fake out or a stage 2 breakout? We could add in this one here coming up here. Let's make that one green. And so if we get down to this right here, you have a triple major support. And again, the probabilities is definitely saying that one should hold. As always, it's only a matter of probabilities, and I would say you have a triple support here, 30 weekly neckline and a minor green uptrend here. So I would say it's definitely in the favor that we bounce from here. But again, let's see what happens this week or next week. We will probably get the answer. Again, if we start to curl down here below the green, the neckline, and the 30 weekly, that's not what you want to see as a bull. You want to see that major higher low at triple support, and then you want to curl up higher from there on. So a big moment in time, really, for the Baltic Dry Index. And let's see what the stocks are doing. The overall BDRY, the dry bulk shipping ETF. This is not what you want to see, obviously. Retesting the lows over here, a bear flag, and we're rolling over. Not the ideal scenario. And yeah, the downtrend just continues. And if it continues, we have the major 2020 March low over here, where we basically shut down the entire world. And could it go lower than that? I don't know, but consider this, you shut down everything. So that should be major support if we go all the way down there. Again, not ideal, not ideal. We were rejected here at the 30 weekly and the lows from here. And yeah, it is what it is. Bearish for now until we get a different view. We are very bearish here on the BDRY at the moment in time. NM, this, I want to go to the daily because I think something has happened here again. I think there's been a bid on the NM stock here. You can see it here, a major gap up here and then just flatlining here at the $2.2 level. So yeah, again, if there's a bid, which I highly think there is, you don't want to buy it here or anything. You just see what happens. Again, there's no value. So yeah, let's keep watching it, and maybe they'll get taken over and the stock will go away from the list here. We will see. SBLK, Star Bulk Carriers, again with a tiny fakey here, and we're now below again. This is a very crucial week. We don't want to close below the 30 weekly and the golden trend line. We need to close above. That's all I have to say in order to stay positive on this stock here again. The big head and shoulders are still very much in play. And if we start to roll down here after a fake down here, this late into the pennant there or the triangle, I have a very bearish vibe on this one as well here, being the fake out and that we are going to roll over, and we are going probably down to this area here roughly at just between 8 and 9, give or take, and we are at 18. So that it smells like a big drop incoming for SBLK. Again, nothing has been confirmed until we take out the neckline, obviously. But yeah, we want to close above, let's call it 19 this week. We don't want to close below where we are now at 1850 and below the 30 weekly. CTRM, excuse me. This is bad. This is very bad. And And yeah, again, as said, we are only bullish on this stock when and if we can get above here. And we've just kept pounding on this supply zone here at roughly 0.4. And now it seems like we are caving in to the pressure from the bears. And yeah, that's not ideal. You don't want to be in a position like this at the moment, that's for sure. We don't know how deep it's going to go. If you were to, let's invert it here. This stock, or this chart, that looks bullish, right? That looks insanely bullish, all-time highs, breaking out after 1, 2, I don't know how many touches we're breaking out to the upside. So we could easily go a lot higher. In this case, a lot lower. So that is what it is. GLBS, we yeah, major surge here, and we came into massive resistance there at roughly 2.5, and now we're just having the first pullback from this one here. Going to the daily, is there any patterns that we can take care of? No, I think to me this looks like some sort of ABC move here, and then we'll see how low we go. But there should be some support until proven otherwise here at these highs. Let's mark it up there, So if we go down to there, we will see what happens. But for now, we're still pulling back big time. At least we have the bottom highs here in place, in my view, at 2.5. But it was a major pop from 0.8 all the way up to 2.5. That's like, I don't know, 300% or so or 200, yeah, 300% actually in no time. So it needs to cool down here. SB, safe bulkers. Let's look at it here on the week. Let's go to the daily actually, just to look at it here, the shorter term stuff. We had the blue triangle here, and actually we did break up here. Now we're retesting it here again. You can see we are getting some sort of buying here with a wick on the daily, and we want to get close above this horizontal red resistance at 3.4. Really, in my view, then you should have an uptrend in play here and some sort of bottom here. So yeah, the risk reward here is actually quite great if you want to buy the retest there. But again, as always, you need to have your stop loss in place at all costs and at all time, because these can go lower very quickly, especially if we get below the blue trend line here at roughly 3, then you will see a lot more lower prices in my view. D Nord here, you can see here today actually gapping down. I don't know if it is earnings or whatever it is. Maybe it could be dividends. I don't know, but still, we had this double resistance that we looked at last week or some weeks ago, and it's still holding, still red all the way down here. So definitely, sorry, I'm just messing up the charts for you guys here. Definitely, we still have that possible right shoulder in play that we have been discussing ever since we started to curl up from here. So if it is, then we have a lot of support here that needs to hold. Otherwise, the big head and shoulders will trigger, and yeah, that will be a lot lower from here if we get that far. So yeah, let's see where we go with that. EGLE. Same thing again. The major head and shoulders has triggered. There it is, and yeah, we're basically still below the leg line, so we're not that happy. And we're also below major horizontal level here at roughly 42. And yeah, below the 30 weekly, nothing bullish on this chart at all. At the moment, it's just grinding lower here, especially if we take out the lows here. I want to show you those right there. Let's make it green, might be better. Not that colorful. There it is. So if we take out those lows, it will be a one-way trip really. There are no buyers left, and we will see a lot lower prices in my view. ESEA, excuse me, still actually one of the stocks that is looking all right. We had that major surge here. There it is, 2020 into a major long bull flag, and now we're actually still, we have broken out here, which is nice to see. And now we just, for now at least, bullish consolidation here. Hopefully you see some sort of, then we go higher. And the initial major target is the triangle high there at roughly 40. So this stock actually looked very nice. 30 weekly still coming up, so it still has a lot of bullish momentum compared to a lot of the others. That's nice to see. GOGL here, Golden Ocean Group. As you know, we talked about that level right there the $8 level for this stock is just where we want to get above. Why? It's the previous high. You have this zone here, and you want to get back above that. Also, you want to get above the 30 weekly to gain momentum. We have broken the golden downtrend here, or the golden trend line there. That's nice, but now we want to get back above again here very quickly. Otherwise, if we start to trade below the lows here at 7, you're probably gonna see something that goes a lot lower. So look, in my view, for the $8 level, that should be a major level to take out, and you can actually get some insanely good risk reward there with stops, below the $8 or the previous low that we maybe are making. We don't know yet, but yeah, still a lot of work to do. Same thing here for GNK, really. The exact same thing. You want to get back above that 14.5 right here, and that golden trend line here. So we have actually 3 resistances right now that we are struggling with: the golden 30 weekly and this shorter time frame highs here at roughly 14.5. It will take a tremendous amount of effort to get above, but until we get above that level, you should at least I have a very bearish mindset on this stock here. And if we can't clear that one, I think we're going all the way down and visit the third touch of that blue lower trend line right here, in my view. So again, also on this stock here, GNK, I have a bearish view here until we can clear that $14.5 level. It's really that simple in my view. Yep, DSX. Yeah, this is not nice. Just grinding lower here below the neckline. And same thing again. We have the golden. We have a neckline to struggle with, and we have a 30 weekly just slowing down here. And tons of lower. You can see all these lows here in this zone between 3.8 and 3.4. Tons of resistance to get through. And for now, again, same thing. Like I said, on like 8 out of the 10 stocks that we looked at today. Bearish mindset again. And I think the thing that might save them here is if we go back to the Baltic Dry Index, if we get that lower low here and then start to move higher, then I think a lot of these things that the stocks are struggling with could unfold to the upside. But again, it needs help with the Baltic Dry Index. It really does. Okay, tankers. Let's go to tankers. The overall global shipping ETF. Right now, we're just struggling with this one here, an internal golden trend line here. You can see all the connections coming all the way across. Again, struggling with the 30 weekly, which is right here. So again, as mentioned many times, I will not be bullish on this ETF until we clear that one here. We just have so much stuff to take out, really. I can show you, we have the blue double rail right there, which is resistance. We have a horizontal highs here. We have, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is also something you need to take out. And the 30 weekly, I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. And until all this has proven that we are going up, then fine, then I'm bullish. But for now, I don't have any position, anything at all. And I have a bearish mindset on this one here until proven otherwise. You can see here we are in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, you don't want to be in that choppiness. You don't know what's going to do. It's basically, just flipping a coin and playing the casino, and you don't want to do that. TNK looks great from a long-term perspective. 2010 long-term golden trend line broken. You can also see here if we zoom in, please let me do that. We have maybe made some sort of breakout here on that on this kind of a weird formation, but anyways, it is still valid. That triangle right there. So TNK actually looks quite nice. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. TORM here again with this weird, which we have been looking at, this weird uptrend channel. In my view, I think it looks like it wants to make a fake out here for some reason. I don't know, but still, for now, it has broken out, which is nice. But it doesn't look complete to me. I could be wrong, obviously, but we are above the 30 weekly, which is coming up nicely here at some point in time if it can hold. So maybe I'm wrong on this one, but this one just looks like a bearish channel that wants to, for some reason, break down to the downside. Again, that's just my take on it, and I think again, as long as we are above here, above the big red resistance here, it's actually quite bullish. But I would not take a position based on this. Yeah, INSW. Let's look at it here from 2022. We had this neckline here, a bit steep, doesn't matter, but it is there, head and shoulders, and we have now gotten above the right shoulder, which is in my view, the negation of this topping pattern here. The big negation is obviously, as always, the high of the head here. But this is the first step, and yeah, above the 30 weekly, nice trend, and it doesn't look too bad at all, really. So as long as we are above this golden trend line here, it's very bullish for this stock again. It really is. DHT still within our overall green uptrend right here. There it is. And as long as you are in that one, you are very bullish. We have taken out this golden blue bull flag right there. So it's all fine. And if we can stay, keep grinding up here, the 30 weekly should come here and act as a tailwind for this stock. And actually you can see this golden, this green, excuse me, uptrend here could point to some sort of move here if we're lucky all the way up at 18, and we're now at 11. So as long as we are above the lower trend line here, it's all very, very fine, very, very good. And yeah, nothing more to say really. So tankers looks better than the Baltic Dry Index, I would say. However, the boat ETF is a bit meh, but that can turn, if it turns, we're roughly at 28 right now. So if we get above, let's call it 30 for each measure, then it could become very bullish very quickly, and that's only like 8% from here or so. So keep that in mind. STNK, we still have the target here of this major inverted head shoulders. The target is roughly at 70. So we still have some more upside, and we're above this blue bull flag, gold bull flag here after the major retest that we had there from this high over here. So still very bullish as long as we're above the bull flag. It looks quite all right. NAT, again, last week was actually a big week with a massive green candle, from this blue triangle right here. This is, as you know, a bearish wedge which goes to the upside, which is usually, yeah, so as mentioned, bearish. But this getting back into the wedge here and taking out that blue triangle to the upside, that's actually quite stunningly to see. It's very nice to see that from this stock here. So you could actually argue that this one has actually negated the rising wedge here, as long as we're above this blue upper of that triangle right there, then it's actually looks quite nice, to be honest. I don't know about the dividends here. 10%, that's all right. Let me just show you here. The big one is obviously that golden trend line goes back roughly 20 years. And it comes in at around $6-7, give or take. So that will be major resistance at that point in time. And again, how I play this one, I will just wait and see what happens here. When and if we can get above, then I'll get on board. But for now, it's just, even though we had this weekly candle here, again, I don't see, the risk is just not there in my view. That's not how I do the entries. FRO, just keep smashing it here, really. Oh, stop it. There it is. Green uptrend, still very much intact. There it is. And we have also broken this yellow uptrend here, there, the parallel one. But I do think we will run into some big resistance here at roughly 25, 26. We have the highs over here. And I think we will get there, and that's where the big test will be again. I don't see much risk here. We are at 22, and my target would be at 25, where I think we will have a major resistance coming in. So the risk for me right now is just not there. We need to get above here and then do some sort of bold consolidation. Then the risk is back on. But for now, so close to a major top here, or a major trend line, horizontal at least, then it is just not there for me. It really isn't. This is a TGH, Again, I want to show you. There it is, going back roughly 15 years. The all-time highs here at roughly 42 is a big level to get through, and it just, this time around, it just couldn't do it once again. And we have taken out our golden here, which we looked at. So we wanted to see a bounce and then take it out. That's not the case. In my view now, the path of least resistance is a move all the way down to here, these lows here. There it is. We will see some sort of bounce here at 26, 27, give or take. And we are roughly now at, oh, excuse me, it popped all the way up here. Jesus. Same thing. There has been a bid on this stock as well. I didn't see. My bad. Oh, let's go to the daily. I didn't see that. Oh, yes. Okay. Same thing again here. You can see the bid has come in and we just flatlining again. Yeah, you basically you don't do anything right now because the bid is in and there's no extra reward here really. So it went from 33 to roughly 50. That's a big gain actually right here. So yeah, the bid is in and yeah, this one might as well go into the bin here if it gets taken over. That's just at least how I see these flatlining. So all right, I didn't see that one coming. Sim looks like poop. You can see it here still within the downtrend, 30 weekly grinding down. There's nothing good about this stock here right now. Nothing at all. So it is what it is right now. It's just one to look for. At some point in time there might be an entry, but for now, don't even think about it. Just look at it from week to week. And the good thing about it is that you can spend like 10 seconds week to week and look at it. We're not there yet. So Toro. I want to go to the daily because we don't have that much data. You can see here our white. We actually took this one here and copied it down to here, and you can see we're getting some bounces and actually holding on quite nicely. This is a bull flag that needs to resolve to the upside. Until then, I wouldn't do anything in my view. We did get below these highs over here, which is not the most ideal thing. So we want to get back above and then take out the bull flag. Then we're back in the driving seat to the upside. So yeah, that's Toro for you guys. The BDI, the Baltic Dry Index, looks, I would say, a bit scary. It's Halloween tomorrow, so that's maybe why it is. But you can see here again, I think we're going down to the March 2020 lows really on this ETF. The pressure is just immensely to the downside, and we only have resistances and basically no support. So the Baltic Dry Index looks very sketchy at the moment, but I think there could be some great entries at some point in time if we really get that big flush out or we visit that big low over here. Then we will see how it bounces right there. That's it for you guys for the shipping sector again. Not the best view. It is what it is. I'm just trying to give you my honest opinion on the charting and try to leave as my bias aside and then just give you my most objective analysis of this sector. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great one, guys. Leave a comment below and we will see you in the next one, guys. Cheers.